Imagine calling this waifu fat. This is why having representation of a normal-sized woman is so important. I hate to tell you, these aren't real women. Like, women don't naturally come in this shape. The fact that you expect a normal-sized housewife to have a body like this, a woman who had to spend her days taking care of kids and playing social politics. Also, she could help her husband get a promotion to guard captain to uplift them out of destitute poverty into what we would consider the American dream. And yet y'all the same people like, why ain't she built like this? So let's talk about genetics for just a second. I know this is very high school level for you guys, but let's talk about it. This is Selma's mom when she's in her 40s. This is what she looks like. And this is Selma's mom when she was 18 years old. And this is Selma when she was around 14, 15. She's young, she's different. And back in the day, do you notice something about her, how she's very muscular? She was going into caves with her pet mimic, Mr. Wrinkleberry. She did what we would call urban explorers to paint landscapes, which meant she had to be extremely physically active in order to do this kind of stuff. Now she may have the occasional time to hang out with her friend and do a little bit of painting. But outside of that, her life revolves around taking care of her family or doing things to set up her family for success. So yeah, dispositionally, she was designed to be a normal-sized woman with a larger bust. So she's probably going to have a larger bust because genetically she's predispositioned for it. But also because of her lifestyle that she has to take care of kids, which means she doesn't have time to get away and take care of 2 kids, take care of the house, go out, politic effectively, so her husband can get a better job, so they can get a better house and get out of the slums, which doesn't leave a lot of time for her to go out and do all that stuff to have a slender frame. So I'd love to be the one to break this to you, but this is an average body. This is what a normal stomach looks like. Granted, not all women are going to have massive busts like this because of her mother's disposition, but guess what? This is what a normal woman looks like. Instead of being able to look at this character and say, dang, she's got a lot of personality, being able to go through all that, willingly jumping into combat in order to save her family, risking everything for them, and despite getting stabbed multiple times, instead of crying, begging for mercy, she decides to be the world's biggest crash out. Literally stabbing a man with the knife that she was stabbed with. But not just loving her family blindly like a main protagonist of a shonen, but actually having complex thoughts about it, having a slight negative tinge to this. She doesn't hesitate at all. She immediately does it. She gives up her soul for them. She gives up her soul for you. But instead of looking at all that amazing character development, all that should be encompassing in a top quality waifu, you probably still just gushing over a 15-year-old. Or more than likely, you're sitting here looking at your little Kana action figure thinking about how thick her thighs are. Because apparently that's coming back around. Yay for us in the anime community. But if you want to support a creator who doesn't tolerate a bunch of ditties, go ahead and read all my stuff. It's free. And by grabbing a copy of Devil's Deal, you're telling the world this is what I want to see more of. Realistic women. Or realistic men as well, because Yuso's not got a 6-pack. But we will get to explore with him what it's like to be a stay-at-home dad a little bit. And also, Chapter 17 just came out free to the public today, so go ahead and check it out.